Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. You're watching
Lists of 13.
Here you'll find lists of various topics, all in sets of 13.
If you have tristodectophobia, an irrational fear of the number 13, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list. This video is part of a series we call Silly Laws by State.
You know, a lot of these laws were put into effect because something happened to make this law necessary.
That's disturbing.
Remember, we are not lawyers, and this should in no way be considered legal advice. Today we're here with another Silly Laws by State. We started in Missouri, and then we did the states that touch Missouri. After that, we did the states that touch the states that touch Missouri. After that, we covered all the states that were 3 out from Missouri. We're done with those, and today we start with the states that are 4 states out from Missouri. So today we bring you Silly Laws from Washington State.
Number 1. In Washington, it is illegal to sleep in an outhouse without the owner's permission.
Well, it's probably a good thing, because if you have to use the outhouse and then someone's in there and then you get scared, probably you wouldn't make it to the actual outhouse to use it, is my thought.
I just want to know who still uses an outhouse.
That's a really good point. Number 2. In the entire state of Washington, x-rays may not be used to fit shoes.
I mean, that seems legit. Don't you get exposed to radiation when you get an x-ray?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, shoes don't seem like a valid reason for that.
Perhaps you're correct.
Maybe it's not a silly law after all. Just silly that somebody said you had to have a law for it. Number 3. In Waldron Island, no structure shall contain more than 2 toilets that use potable water for flushing.
Yeah, you gotta save that potable water for drinking instead of flushing.
So I guess there's no mansions that have 15 bedrooms and 19 bathrooms in Waldron Island.
Well, either that or else they have some source of water other than water that's meant to be drank.
Or they're just breaking the law, breaking the law.
Number 4. You cannot buy meat of any kind on Sunday in the whole state.
Well, this is an interesting one. Normally we're talking about alcohol you can't buy on Sundays, but apparently they're real picky about their meat.
Which I think is kind of stupid if you're asking my opinion. No one really did, but I gave it anyways.
This is our channel. We did ask you. Number 5. It is illegal to paint polka dots on a representation of the American flag in the state of Washington.
Gotta use stars, I guess.
I mean, it makes sense, but for all of you artists out there, don't get crazy. Follow the rules.
Or do it somewhere that's not Washington.
Right.
Number 6. In Wilbur, Washington, you may not ride an ugly horse. It is a felony.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that a felony seems pretty extreme. But also, like, what if it's just not like the prettiest horse you ever saw, but it's definitely not the ugliest? Like, how do you decide?
Well, here's my thing. It's really very silly, because whether or not it's ugly is more of an opinion than a fact that can be proven. It's just plain silly.
Right. Reasons 101 why things shouldn't be a felony.
Right.
Number 7. You can't buy a mattress on Sunday, either new or used.
It's a good thing to know.
Well, if you're using Facebook Marketplace, you better not be buying a mattress and breaking the law.
Right. Number 8. One may not spit on a bus in Seattle. The Seattle law says that it's disorderly conduct.
Of all the things that happen in Seattle, I wouldn't have thought that spitting on the bus is disorderly conduct, but they say so.
So you better not do it in Seattle unless you want a disorderly conduct charge.
Right. Number 9. In Walla Walla, it is illegal to give noxious substances to a bird in any city park.
That's a fun name for that city, Walla Walla.
It kind of makes me think of Fozzie Bear from the Muppets. Doesn't he say Walla Walla?
Maybe he's just saying where his hometown was and that he misses it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Number 10. Destroying another person's beer cask, barrel, keg, or bottle is forbidden by law in Washington, as is filling any of these things without the owner's written consent.
Well, they take their beer seriously.
Maybe part of that law is because they don't want somebody to fill said container and roofie it at the same time.
Maybe. Number 11. It is illegal to attach a vending machine to a utility pole without prior consent from the utility company.
You know what that makes me think of?
What?
Do you remember the time that we were at that laundromat and there was the empty vending machine that was chained to something else?
Wasn't it a gumball machine?
I think think so. That's a kind of vending machine.
Yeah, I think it was a gumball machine. We have a picture somewhere.
Number 12. By law, no one may kneel on a pedestrian skywalk in Spokane.
I can't say for sure, but I feel like somehow this has something to do with Star Wars.
Haha, maybe.
And number 13. The harassing of a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or any other undiscovered subspecies of this type is a felony.
It would probably be a really dangerous thing to do too, because like Bigfoots and Sasquatches are pretty big and they'd probably mess you up pretty bad.
I mean, there's a certain brand of jerky meat products that has commercials about this, and you shouldn't do it.
Right.
We hope you enjoyed this list of 13 silly laws in the state of Washington.
Tell us which one would be hardest for you to keep, or which one of these laws surprised you the most in the comments.
And remember,
Just because you didn't realize it was a law,
ignorance is not a defense. Thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up.
and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to get notified when we post new videos.
After subscribing, ring the bell.
After that, tell all your friends.
We hope you enjoy your day and keep being kind to one another.